Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I think a lot of things have been done, have been said, but I'm grateful to Sardar Salim Haider Khan Sahab for gracing this great event. Thanks to Professor Abdul Rehman Chaudhry Sahab for appreciating and recognizing the best researchers, the best administrator, the best entrepreneur of the country. Thank you very much, Professor Sir. You have been always very kind. For the last previous years, I have seen that you have been always recognizing and appreciating the efforts of the universities, efforts of the researchers. Therefore, I am personally as well as officially, I am grateful. Few things have been said by Professor Abdul Rehman, Professor Iqbal Chaudhry and Professor Ikrar Khan Sahab. I think we should have the bottom line. What was the benchmark of the universities few years back? If we look into 2000 and prior to 2000, the situation was that universities were unable to pay the salaries, and we used to have the overdrafting from the banks. After the establishment of Higher Education Commission Pakistan, altogether everything changed. If you compare it to 2026 and 2002, there is a huge difference. From 2002 to 2026, in 2002, most of the funding went to the research purposes, infrastructure development, faculty development, internationalization, and today, in 2026, very rightly said by my colleagues, I think in 2015, only 5 Pakistani institutions were internationally recognized, internationally ranked. Recognition was there, but in 2015, only 5 to 6 institutions were internationally ranked. And today, in 2026, 47 institutions are internationally ranked. This is one side, and of course, the academia used to do the research for their own purposes, the basic research, and few research papers you will find these are on the applied research. But today, the total overall shifting is there, paradigm shift is there, whole of the research is being done on the applied side. What is the impact of my research on the socio-economic development of the country? Therefore, thanks to the Vice Chancellor, thanks to the researchers, entrepreneurs, realizing what is the need of the country, and today the higher education sector, higher education institutions of the country. I will give you a few examples, Sardar Sir. This year, maximum number of doctors, medical doctors, 1,450, they have been accepted only this year by the health sector of United States of America. Only this year, 1450. This is the highest figure. It is not possible. They are accommodating our doctors. They can accommodate any of the doctor from any country, but this is the highest figure. Secondly, for the last 5 years, the European Commission, European Union Erasmus scholarships, this global competition, Pakistani youth, they are competing and they stand number 1 in whole of the world. Highest number of the scholarships attained by the Pakistani students. This year, I participated myself, the ambassador of the European Union. He said this is the 5th year that Pakistani educational system is so strong that they stand number one in whole of the world. Thirdly, one of the proposals Sardar Sahab came to me, that was to renew, and perhaps no, I'm sure the rector Pias is here. The proposal came from her that this is the proposal that was halted few years back, and we need to renew this scheme, that is about the talent hunt of the Pakistani institutions, Pakistani students. जो ओ लेवल, ए लेवल, FSC के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, इन्होंने बड़ी अच्छी एक्सरसाइज की. Along with them were the ComSec, NIBG, HEC College, HEC, yes. Therefore, this year and the previous years, I asked her that can you give me some data why this scheme was stopped, what was the reason. I want to interact with the students, those who availed this opportunity. So, kind of her, she brought few of the students. Some of the students were sitting online. They were studying in the best institution of the world. And some of the students, they were physically present, available in higher education of Pakistan. So when I interacted with them, one of the students who was sitting on right of my side, he said, sir, मैंने कहा आप कहाँ पे इस वक्त पढ़ते हैं, क्या करते हैं? He said, I am a medical student and I am studying in Islamabad. And I said, how you benefited from this scheme? He said, sir, in biology, I was the gold medal at the international level, at the global level. So biology में मैंने world level पे top किया. So he was my youth, he was representing my youth, my institutions. Second example I will give, because Madam Rector, you were also there, I think. Vakas was there and you were there. दो लड़कों को I interacted, they were sitting in MIT. Some were sitting in National University of Singapore. Some were sitting in Cambridge. So about the MIT, one of the students, he said, sir, I am in third year, and I was told in Islamabad that for the last 10 years, perhaps no one has been accepted in MIT. But I was very pleased and amazed that my 3 students, they are sitting in MIT. Therefore, I asked one of the students, so in which year you are? He said, I'm in third year. Okay. But he said, sir, this is my first year I am in third year in MIT, but this is my first year in America. It means his 2 years credits were accepted of the Pakistani universities. Those credit transfer took place. Therefore, MIT being the top institution of the world in technology, they accepted the creditors of Pakistani institutions and the Pakistani students. And what is the uniqueness in your candidature? He said, I don't know, sir, but at least I can say this year, in 9 months, I submitted one of my proposals that is about the IT and computer science, and this is about $500,000. Just my student spent 9 months, and his proposal of $500,000 was accepted by the MIT Research Grant Committee. Therefore, you can see the level of our Pakistani institutions and Pakistani youth. Again, something is said about I gave you example about the European Union, about the medical side. Sir, Sardar Sahab, this is the government figure. 5.6 or $5.7 billion that has come through the digital economy, and that has been earned by the Pakistani youth sitting in Pakistan, and that remittance has come to Pakistan. I believe this is from my university graduates, from my university students, because that amount cannot be attained are achieved by a matric or FA pass student. Therefore, I claim that these were my university graduates. Therefore, any of the services sector in Pakistan, can they claim that this much of amount they have earned through the services sector? It is the credit goes to the universities. Therefore, I congratulate to Honorable Vice Chancellor. Yes, I agree, and my honorable colleagues, what they have said, that the research should take place. When I was comparing 2002 and pre-2000, the focus was to do the research. The focus was to teach the students. And today, when the institutions, when they have established their infrastructure in research, today Quaid-e-Azam University, National University of Science and Technology, actually some of our institutions, I know they, when I visited from Karachi to Gilgit-Baltistan, they have the good potential, very good potential. The institutions in the private sector, if I say from Karachi, Aga Khan is there, and their degree, their qualifications is internationally accepted and recognized. When I go to HEC, Dr. Iqbal Chaudhry, the best institution in biochemistry, in biotechnology, the best center. If you come from Karachi, IBA, Dow Medical University, Indus Valley University, Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, NED, so the best institutions, sir. We are lucky that these institutions, if my son wants to get the admission in any of the sector, either it is engineering or it is a medical sector, yes, if I can afford, I can send my kids to outside, but at least government of Pakistan, provincial governments, they have provided the basic infrastructure to the society and to the public, thanks to the provincial governments and to the federal government, that all these facilities are available to the public at their home place. Something have been said about the Chinese institutions and what the universities should do. Yes, my immediate comment is that universities are established to solve the public society problems, industrial problems. So, Sardar, my honorable governor sir, if you look into the performance of the institutions for the industrial sector, either it is the manufacturing sector or it is the services sector. In the manufacturing sector, no one can deny that Pakistan, being the economically not so strong, but it is the Islamic nuclear country, atomic country, from where this technology came. It is not only that Abdul Qadir Khan, at the end of centrifuge, he assembled few things, but the other things, for the other processes, starting from the beginning, from the raw materials, that might be the 90th process that Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan took. Qadir Khan, along with my other scientists, took up this case, but the other 90 processes, who took this processes, who processed all the materials, these were our young scientists and technologists. Thanks to them, thanks to the institutions, today we are safe. So I can safely say, in the science and technology side, our technologists and our institutions have performed extremely well. Last example of the last year, you see, we were competing, few friends from outside, all the time they asked me, Dr. Niaz, India is so big country and you are very small country. How you are competing with India, with this much of population, this much of infrastructure, IIT they are claiming, and you see, sir, last year, how our scientists and technologists, along with the defense forces, how they defended our country. It was again the institution. Therefore, thanks Professor Abdul Rehman, you have been repeatedly in the previous years and today you have recognized my administrators. I know how the toughest job in the country is to be the Vice Chancellor, how they are performing, and the researchers and the entrepreneur, how in this environment, in this ecosystem, how they are bringing the results. All this infrastructure of Pakistan, who has produced? Any foreigners has come? No, it is Pakistani. All the Pakistani institutions. If the oldest institution, if I say, University of the Punjab, University of Karachi, University of Balochistan, University of Peshawar, yes, initial seeding was from that side. But after that, all the new institutions, I feel proud that my Honorable Vice Chancellor from Rector from Bahria University, Air University, the way they are performing, the best institution of the country and capital, NUST, IST, PIAS, FAST, COMSET, you just name any of the institution, you can compare Sardar Sahib with any of the institution in the world. Therefore, I think I appreciate my Honorable Governor for participating and appreciating, recognizing the efforts of my colleagues, my Vice Chancellor, my institutions, my entrepreneur. Therefore, lot of hope is there, lot of potential from Pakistani institution. The world is recognizing, yes, Pakistani youth has got the potential. Pakistani students are being accepted. I gave you the best examples, yes, when we are saying that dual degree program this year, I think 2 months back, we have approved the dual degree, joint degree, and this was one of the hurdle where the international institutions were not coming, but we have opened it. Liberal art policy is there. Some of the institutions, they have applied and we have got it approved. The liberal, dual degree, that has been approved. Diaspora portal, we have also established to attract the Pakistani friends, global scholars, to participate, to have the interaction, to have the contribution with the Pakistani universities. Therefore, for a Pakistani youth, the potential is there. Yes, one thing is important. One is the institution. I will request my Vice Chancellors and the researchers, they should focus more on the knowledge. Of course, that is why the institutions are established. And secondly, about are they able to implement that knowledge, they can translate into the skill. And the third one is about the character, ethics, moral values. Our students should be very strong. As very rightly said by Professor Abdul Rehman, our focus should be on this ethics, moral values, because you can improve your knowledge, you can gain your knowledge throughout your life, but be focused on the ethics, moral values. Your students should be very rich in that. Therefore, I think the positions of the toppers, and we are lucky in this world, in this global age, my students from Pakistan, they can compete, and they are competing at the international level, sitting in Islamabad, sitting in Lahore or in Karachi, they are able to get the positions. Of course, this will not be sufficient that I have got my degree from Punjab University or from NUST or from any other institution, from Superior University, from University of Lahore. This may not be sufficient, but if they have got this knowledge, skills, and the character, ethics, values, I think the positions are waiting for them. No position will be automatically granted if these criteria one is not fulfilling, but I am sure the institutions, those who are sitting here, the best institution of my country. Of course, when you are comparing, when I am saying the best institution of my country, when you are comparing with the American universities, with the thousands universities are there, but the top class institutions are few hundred, maybe 100, And the same is in my country. If I have 280 institutions, but I can claim the local requirement, the best institution, I have named few of those, UET Lahore, the Vice Chancellor is here, fulfilled all the national needs, either fulfilled by UET Lahore, NED, UET Peshawar, NUST. Therefore, I am optimistic that my institutions, my researchers are doing a great job. Please keep it up. Lot of appreciation and congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.